himself. See if Saunders can get some offense in here.
Let's go, less than a minute.
20 seconds remains.
Let's go, take it to the streets now. Let's go now.
Saunders delivering some blows. Saunders attacking Miletich. With the left now. 5 seconds remains.
This has been a very close fight. This is going to be very difficult to decide who the winner is. It's going to be interesting to see the judges' reaction to it. Saunders with the takedowns. Both each had a reversal, so that neutralizes each other out. It'll be interesting to see how the judges rate the striking and aggressiveness.
Remember our criteria: aggressiveness, striking, and grappling.
Okay.
Our judges, Michael Di Pasquale,
We're going to have a judge's
Tony
decision for
Molyneux,
3 judges.
and
I'll
Jeff
call you to the middle.
Mullen
We'll raise a hand. Okay,
for
go ahead,
this
rest in your corner.
lightweight
Talk to your group.
matchup
Good
number
job,
2
Townsend.
for an opportunity to advance to the finals of the lightweight tournament against the alternate Chris Brennan.
In overtime now, they have an opportunity here near the end of the fight. Miletich chooses to kick. Saunders takes the leg, gets him down on the ground, and then unloads a flurry towards his head. This is good for Townsend Saunders. That's the last thing the judges see before the end of the fight. Question is, how will the judges interpret the rules, and how will the judges interpret the action that they saw? Very good fight by both athletes. Certainly Saunders, with less experience, did well against the more experienced Miletich.
Aggressiveness, striking, and grappling. The judges have rendered a decision. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, we go to the judges' cards. The judges have rendered the decision as follows. Judge Jeff Mullen has it, Miletich. Judge Michael Di Pasquale has it, Townsend Sanders. And Judge Tony Molyneux has it for the winner, Pat Miletich.
So the judges render a split decision, and it goes the way of Pat Miletich, who really went to battle for 15 minutes with a strong competitor in Townsend Saunders. Kevin Jackson will take on Jerry Bolander in our middleweight super fight. Bolander very confident when we talked to him earlier tonight here in New Orleans.
Kevin Jackson's tough. He's a great wrestler, world class, one of the best. He's been in a number of no-holds-barred fights. He's coming off a loss, so he's hungry. But hey, he's got to get past me before he takes that next step. I got to get past him before I take that next step. And I want this fight just as much as he does, and I expect it to be a war.
Well, it has been in the past for Jerry Bolander, making his 4th UFC appearance with a record of 4-1 in the octagon. He'd like to win the middleweight championship and have a shot at the heavyweight belt. From the Lions Den the last 4 years, 23-year-old Jerry Bolander.
Coming out of the Lions Den, you got to know this man has faced some tough hombres in the room. He's done well in UFC competition. Lost only to Gary Goodrich and Harel Bustamante. And that was his last fight. He got knocked out by Bustamante by a kick while Bustamante was on his back. So big mistake for him there, but I'm sure he's looking the same way Jackson is to come back strong. He is a leg submission specialist, proven UFC veteran. Concentration and focus, we wondered if that was going to be a problem, because now he really is running the Lions Den. Shamrock, Kenny in the WWF, Frank doing his own thing with the Alliance.
Now, Bolander said, Kevin thinks I'm the same type of fighter as Frank Shamrock. He's mistaken. Here's more with Kevin Jackson.
It's very important. I mean, I think my career rests on this fight right now. It was very a humbling experience what happened in Japan, and you know, it was the quickest I've ever been beaten in anything. So it definitely motivated me to get better and to come back to the next show and perform well. I think it kind of was a rookie mistake. I mean, I didn't put enough time in as far as working on certain positions, and I think it caught up to me. And you know, those things happen.
Well, it happened quickly for Kevin Jackson, the 1992 Olympic gold medalist in Barcelona. Kevin Jackson, who now fights out of Gilbert, Arizona. Born in Highland Falls, New York. His hometown is Lansing, Michigan. The best freestyle wrestler in the world in his weight class.
Well, certainly winning the championship there. Les Gutches of the United States kept him off the world team this year, but he's fresh off that trip to Iran, won the Tak-T gold medal. Iran, a great wrestling nation, and really sort of like ping pong did in '72 with ping pong diplomacy. This was wrestling diplomacy in Iran, reintroducing cultures that have been at odds with one another through sport.
Redemption and revenge on the mind of Kevin Jackson. Here's the tail of the tape for our middleweight super fight between Jerry Bolander and Kevin Jackson. 9 years different in the age, and the weight and height are almost exactly the same. Bolander did say he has very strong wrestling skills, stronger than maybe Frank Shamrock's. To the octagon in the voice, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time for our middleweight super fight. Beginning with the fighter standing to my left. He is a submission fighter with a mixed martial arts record of 4-1. He is a UFC 8 semifinalist and UFC 12 tournament champion. Standing 5 feet, 11 inches tall, and weighing in at 199 pounds. He's fighting out of the Lion's Den in Lockford, California. Introducing Jerry Bolander. And his opponent, standing to my right, a freestyle wrestling champion, a 3-time national champion, a 3-time World Cup champion, and the 1992 Olympic gold medalist. He is also a veteran of UFC 14 and Ultimate Japan. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall. He weighs in at 199 pounds, fighting out of Gilbert, Arizona. Please welcome Kevin Jackson. And when the action begins, our referee is Big John McCarthy.
Well, Bolander said he's interested to find out the effect of the loss to Frank. Will Kevin Jackson be tentative and want to box for a while? We will soon find out. Bolander says he's been a fan of Jackson's for a long time. He remembers when he won the gold medal. But Terry Norris was a big fan of Sugar Ray's.
Here we go.
And he beat him. And here we go with Big John McCarthy.
Let's get it on!
Working his 18th UFC. The middleweight super fight is underway.
Well, Jackson said something very interesting. He said when he leads with his left foot, he's going to be boxing. He'll throw strikes. When he switches off and leads with his right foot, he's looking to shoot. Certainly he must have practiced a lot of submission to try to see the recognition skills necessary to know when he's in danger and how to prevent that from happening. Bolander, master of submission out of the Lion's Den, submission wrestling. Their key, they obviously train with striking as well.
Good, keep working.
Bolander just 23 years old. And Jackson, his confidence is always with him. But I think he got a big kick in confidence as he takes the matchup to the ground. He got a kick of confidence with the victory in Iran.
Certainly that must have helped him in his wrestling view, but also any kind of victory like that will bolster anyone's confidence to go ahead and improve.
Doing good.
But as he said, the loss teaches you more than the win. In losing, you do that soul searching. You find a way. Looked as though Jackson caught him with a good punch there before finally taking him down.
Jackson in the guard of Jerry Bolander. As you mentioned, Bolander the lead fighter from the Lions Den, now running the day-to-day operations. But he was quick to point out he's not the pinnacle.
He's trying to bring that arm around and get Jackson's head. Jackson keeping his head out front, ducking that leg, not letting it happen. But there you saw Bolander go right away for the arm.
That arm has been locked before. Jackson wants to avoid it here tonight.
And again, for those who don't know, and it took me a while, when those legs come up like Bolander's doing now, that's when you're in danger. He's trying to wrap around the head because he's got one of the arms hooked up.
Working.
Jackson.
There it is. Oh!
Worked through it, but for how long? Jackson spins.
Bolander had him. Jackson did a great job to get out of there.
He had that arm extended.
Watch for a knee. Watch for a knee.
Looking good, gentlemen.
But Bolander doesn't want to be here. This is Jackson's forte. He's got him caught in a sprawl underneath. He can go ahead and pound away here. Elbows to the back. As long as he keeps that head buried in the middle, he's not going to get taken down.
Would you say this is wrestler's territory now?
This right here is
Come on,
pure
let's work it
wrestling.
out, gentlemen. Let's go.
This is a classic wrestling position of a guy, and yeah, Jackson can do that. Bolander is not in good position, but boy, that's good power for Bolander to get to his feet.
And they're up to their feet. Jackson avoided a near result, which was his same fate in Ultimate Japan.
And the athletes at the Lions Den know their submissions. Bolander going right into, basically, as a half backward roll, going right up on the neck and the back of his head, bringing his legs straight up, looking to try to hook Jackson's head and really sink that submission lock.
Jackson has trained for the last year and a couple of months in martial arts extensively. Took a break from it to concentrate on the wrestling tournament. But he comes in excellent condition after fighting, as we mentioned, in Iran and winning the gold medal.
And he was on international news both in Europe and again over here, national news for the United States team, wrestling team, being the first ever to go to Iran in over 20 years.
Come on, it's work.
Now they seem to want to stay separated here. They're not coming inside to engage. And again, Jackson catches him. There's the knee, but you see Bolander covering his head. He's not going to let Jackson do it.
Work it through.
Bolander was excellent in UFC 12 in Alabama 13 months ago, when he won the tournament there.
Took his back.
Now Jackson with the right arm, trying to tuck it under.
He's looking for the leg now. Bolander wanted to go to the leg, but
good job,
Jackson did a nice job spinning out of it.
Bolander knew that Jackson would come in here very hungry tonight.
And you got to wonder, what did Jackson think when all of a sudden that arm was trapped and Bolander was looking to try to submit him? Jackson able to power his way out. Oh, Jackson able to get a couple good punches.
Oh, there's
in.
another shot. Bolander saw Ken Shamrock in the UFC and was transfixed. Got introduced to Ken's school by Bob Shamrock, signed up for a self-defense course, and then through the years has evolved into the leader of the Lions Den, with great respect for both the skills of Ken and Frank Shamrock.
Jackson doing a nice job of binding the arms of Bolander and getting in a good shot before Bolander, right there again.
Jackson is always sporting the red, white, and blue trunks.
Watch the fingers in the eyes. Let's go.
Big John McCarthy, Camarillo, California. Police
Looks as though
officer with the
Jackson-
Los Angeles Police Department.
Look like Jackson's trying to pass the guard here. Go
Work
to
your
the
way out.
mount.
Come on, let's go. Let's do something. Let's get busy.
This is our middleweight super fight.
Let's get busy.
Jackson's trying to work on the left arm of Bolander.
And it's easier to strike in the half guard than it is the full guard.
Let's get
When you get a shot of the legs, you'll see that Bolander has one of Jackson's legs right there in between it and locked up. Half guard. Jackson really can't move from there, but the position's good for Jackson to strike, but McCarthy says not enough action. They're brought back to their